Today, I'll be your guide to tell you all about Japan. I hope you'll enjoy my story. First, I'd like to talk about Japan's location, its size, and what it's like to be in Japan. Japan is a chain of islands with 4 main ones and thousands of smaller ones covering 3,000 kilometers north to south. Population is about 130 million people, and its area is about 380,000 square kilometers. We enjoy the 4 seasons here: spring, summer, fall, and winter, and we love Japan's rich natural beauty. In addition to its natural wonders, Japan has many historical buildings and is a country with many long traditions. Old customs and cultures have been preserved, and they still remain even today. Traditional Japan is rich in nature, which is nice, but modern Japan is also really cool. Look at this city with skyscrapers. It sure is active and energetic. Right now in Japan, lots of skyscrapers are being built in the major cities. Japan's high-tech and auto industries are among the best in the world, and our products are exported to many countries. Ever tried Japanese food? It is known around the world as being healthy. The number of restaurants and stores offering Japanese food is increasing in many countries. Next, I'd like to introduce you to the lifestyles of Japanese kids who are just about your age. Kids have busy days as they study in school, participate in club activities, and play with their friends. Also, sports are very popular, and especially now, soccer is widely enjoyed. In addition to these, the Japanese enjoy many other kinds of sports. The most common form of entertainment in many homes is the video game. There are lots of fun games that can be enjoyed by children and adults. Some cities have parts of town filled with stores specializing in games. These days, Japanese animation and manga, or comics or graphic novels, have been getting attention all over the world. How was it? I hope you know Japan better than before. Let's work together for our irreplaceable Earth and for the future of all of you watching this. Let's make a promise that even though language, culture, and customs are different, we'll work together so that the people of the world can live peacefully. Sayonara! Bye-bye!
So now we're going to demonstrate to you how to put on the Japanese kimono. The kimono is the Japanese traditional garment worn by men, women, and children. The word kimono literally means a thing to wear, and has come to denote these full-length robes. Kimonos are T-shaped, straight-lined robes worn so that the hem falls to the ankle with attached collars and long wide sleeves. Kimonos are wrapped around the body, always with the left side over the right, except when dressing the dead for burial, and is secured by a sash called an obi, which is tied at the back, as being demonstrated on our female model. Kimonos are generally worn with a traditional footwear and split-toed socks. Today, kimonos are most often worn by women and on special occasions. Traditionally, unmarried women wear a style of kimono called iriso, with almost floor-length sleeves. A few older women, and even fewer men, still wear the kimono on a daily basis. Men wear the kimono most often at weddings and tea ceremonies and other very special or formal occasions. Professional sumo wrestlers are often seen in the kimono because they are required to wear the traditional Japanese dress whenever appearing in public. The Japanese kimono can cost upwards to $10,000 US, and it comes with many accessories. one of these on every morning? Japanese kimono. Now we would like to show you the Japanese tea ceremony. The first documented evidence of tea in Japan dates to the 9th century, when it was taken by the Buddhist monk Eichu on his return from China. The entry in the Nihon Koki states that Eichu personally prepared and served sencha, unground Japanese green tea, to Emperor Saga, who was on an excursion in Karasaki in the year 815. By imperial order in the year 816, tea plantations began to be cultivated in Japan. However, the interest in tea in Japan faded after this. Around the end of the 12th century, the style of tea preparation called tencha, in which powdered matcha was placed into a bowl, hot water was added, and the tea and hot water whipped together, was introduced to Japan by Asai, another monk on his return to China. This powdered green tea was first used in religious rituals in Buddhist monasteries. By the 13th century, when the Kamakura shogunate ruled the nation, and tea and the luxuries associated with it became kind of a status symbol among the warrior class, and there arose tea tasting parties wherein contestants won extravagant prizes for guessing the best quality tea that grown in Kyoto, deriving from seeds that Asai brought from China. The Japanese tea ceremony developed as a transformative practice and began to evolve its own aesthetic, in particular that of wabi-sabi. Wabi represents the inner or spiritual experiences of human lives. Its original meaning indicated quiet or somber refinement, or subdued taste characterized by humility, restraint, simplicity, naturalism, profundity, imperfection, and asymmetry, and emphasizes simple, unadorned objects and architectural space, and celebrates the mellow beauty that time and care impart to materials. Sabi, on the other hand, represents the outer and material side of life. Originally, it meant worn, weathered, or decayed. Particularly among the nobility, understanding emptiness was considered the most effective means to spiritual awakening, while embracing imperfection was honored as a healthy reminder to cherish our unpolished selves, here and now, just as we are. The first step to Satori, or enlightenment. By the 16th century, tea drinking had spread to all levels of society in Japan. Senno Rikyu and his work Southern Record, perhaps the most well-known and still revered historical figure in tea ceremony, followed his master Takeno Ju's concept of Ichiko Ichi-e, a philosophy that each meaning should be treasured, for it can never be reproduced. His teachings perfected many newly developed forms of architecture, gardens, art, and the full development of the way of the tea. The principles he set forward, harmony, wa, respect, kei, purity, sei, and tranquility, jaku, are still central to tea ceremonies. Japanese tea ceremony is very meaningful in its culture. Thank you. That was the Japanese tea ceremony.
I do like your Japanese.